All right. Okay, give me a moment before we start. A little bit of adjustment here, adjusting the water as well. Anyways, here we are. Hey, hello, and welcome to the stream. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the stream. This is Sigurd Chronosecht, the Clockwork Wizard of CANVO, and we are on today. We're back again on another adventure here. Basically, the poll that I just posted just now is whether or not we will have the summoner and scholar use carbuncles. That's why we call them carbies for short, or if we're gonna keep the eggies and the fairy instead. Because there's a particular side quest I'm going to go to right now that would actually answer that specific question. So, if in case we're up for it, we are going to go for it. So, would you like us to do that? Or would you like us to stick with what we have? So, that's basically the question there. You can go ahead and vote on that one, but otherwise I will have to do it myself and we will close the poll right away. So if in case you missed the poll there, VOD viewers, we are going to also show that poll again next time on the community post. For now, I'm going to keep it on. We're going to see if in case it's going to go well, and we'll see if we could push the story a bit. So while we're at it, I think it's time we push the MSQ now, shall we? Or should we unlock the quest first? So I think we'll have to come back here later. Time to switch over to our summoner. So basically, to get this quest, we're going to go back to our main city, which is Limsa Liminsa. We're going to warp back in there. There might be some lag, so warning you now. While I'm setting up a particular monitor here. I'm setting up my monitor right now, so we'll see how this looks like. And yes, as always, Limsa Limits is filled with a lot of people. And you can also see some new side content here. So what we're going to be doing right now is a bunch of opening and unlocking. And as you can see right there, we already have a quest marker. Let's go there right now. Also let me know how it looks like right now, how the stream looks, because I think it's giving me a red signal over here. Let me know if you're lagging or if you're having a hard time watching the stream at the moment. Here's our guildmaster. So let's get the summoner one first, and let's look at how this goes. Well, if it isn't Sigurd, precisely the man I wished to see. You would recall Imithra of the Sons of St. Connacht. Well, she has recently finished compiling her research into summoning and was kind enough to send a copy of it to our guild. I was pleased to note that you are listed as a collaborator. I must say it is quite a fascinating read, especially the section covering those essences of primals called Eggi. You are able to manifest the beings, yes? Wonderful. In which case, I should like your assistance with an experiment. If you're willing, pray join me in the practice area. I will reveal the details there. And thank you, Flightless Bird. And I'm back on track right now. Saturday nights are back on track, and maybe Sunday night as well. I'm experimenting on that one, so we're gonna see if we could pull that off tomorrow. And hopefully I could catch you there too, because we're going to be catching up on a lot of things, but there might be some months where you won't see me stream on a certain week. I will let you know when that happens. When that happens, I'll let you know. So I'm going to put an announcement right away. Speaking of which, let's see where we go. Oh, and let's not forget our good old carbuncle. So here he is, Carby. Unless you don't work on Monday, Sunday nights are... Yeah, I understand. Because Sunday is like the time when you want to charge up and get ready for work. Especially when work is going to be coming up the next day. Which is also my case. So, that's going to be a setup where we're going to do basically a short stream. We're not going to go overboard on that. Because the ones where we're really going to go crazy and overboard is on a Saturday. So, I'm still testing out a few things. Saturday might be one of them. Sunday is a little bit 50-50. We don't know what's going to happen there. Friday is also a 50-50 since that might be me fresh from work. But we'll try. We'll see what happens. Because if it's like Friday, it's most likely going to be past midnight already. And it's going to be like already technically a Saturday morning. So yeah. We're still experimenting on some schedules. Now, in case you might be wondering when I'm starting Final Fantasy III, don't worry, we're getting there. My apologies for the wait. To begin with, might I ask you to call forth an Eggy? I should very much like to see one with my own eyes. Mayhap the Ifrit Eggy would be suitable. I understand it was the first such being to be summoned. Right? Come forth. Yes, a most impressive being indeed. Created, according to Imitra, in the image of the entity which one most closely associates with fire, Ifrit. Now, it is my hypothesis that the same fundamental principle could be employed to alter the form of an Eggy by calling to mind another image. Resummon the Ifrit Eggy again, but this time, focus your consciousness upon Carbuncle. It shouldn't be difficult given the bond you share. Let's try that again. Oh! Brilliant! My theory holds. While this takes the form of carbuncle, there is no mistaking its ethereal composition. You should not imagine that the abilities it wields have changed. For all intents and purposes, it is still an Ifrit Eggy. But now we know that there is no limit to an Eggy's appearance. Well, I must be returning to my post. Let us continue this upstairs. Carby, huh? There we are. That's a lot of carbuncles. So the bit about us switching from the carbuncle, from an Ifrit Eggy, Garuda Eggy, and the Titan Eggy to a carbuncle, I think that's the plan that we have. But that might change. We'll see. That's what the poll is for, but since it would be best that I do it myself, I will close the poll shortly. I'm still waiting on some answers. Give me a moment. Let's see if we have some votes. So keep them as is. Okay. I'll defer to that vote. Okay, we'll start switching once I complete the 2 quests connected to this. This is just one of them. Sigurd, you have my thanks for indulging me. This experiment has unearthed a new world of possibility for arcane entities, and I hope you would find use for the discovery. Now we can use Pet Glamour to change the appearance of an Eggy. So this is basically a cosmetic appearance. Now we can change the appearance of an eggy to a specific carbuncle, for instance. There we go. More details on what we're going to do. So apparently there are two versions. We've already done the summoner version. We're about to do the scholar version. Go. So here's the fairy version. Sigurd, how fortuitous. Might you spare a moment? I recently received word that you have been researching the scholars of Nim at the behest of a Marauders Guild member. Is that right? We've just done that very thing. I see, and as a result, you can now call upon a fairy to aid you. Fascinating. Might it trouble you to meet me downstairs in the practice area? There's something I very much wish for you to try. Okay, here we go. Hey, we're back in this spot. My apologies for the wait. As for what I wish for you to attempt, it is a technique similar to what you've already employed with your eggy. Now, would you be so kind as to call forth your fairy? Oh, there she is. How charming. Details do little to capture its beauty. The fairy is no doubt manifested by the in the image of that which you most closely associate with fairies, but my research suggests that this form is not immutable. Indeed, though a fundamental form may have been incorporated into the original incantation, with sufficient concentration I believe it is possible to supplant this form with the image of another entity. Try conjuring the fairy once more, but this time with a carbuncle in your mind. Oh, there it is. Carbuncle. Remarkable, and with only a single attempt. Should see my theory holds, meaning this transformation should be merely superficial and has done naught to affect its capacity for healing. Very good. With that, we may conclude this little experiment. If you would follow me upstairs. So basically what we got here is roleplay based ideas, like changing the appearance of your pets as to how you see the character use such pets. Would you rather have them use fairies, or would you rather have them use a carbuncle in its place? Kind of the same thing with the summoner, when you rather have the carbuncles instead of the eggies, or if you would rather have an eggy accompany you instead. I think that's what I'm seeing in this particular quest. Thank you again for your help, Sigurd. This proved to be quite the spectacle. I should hope you could make use of what we've learned here today. I dare say your fairy's appearances may be without limit. Now we can also do the pet glamour setup. Before we continue, to close the poll and check on the results. Well, for now, that's going to be the thing, but we will have to redo this poll on a community post and have everybody vote on this. So for now, we will keep them as is. That said, I think it's time for us to go back and... Oh, wait. Wait. I have a better idea. I remember today is February, as of this stream, at the time of this broadcast. So, what if we take on a seasonal event that takes place at this particular month? Yes, I'm talking about Valentine's Day. Or, we might have a different name for that. Call it Valentiones Day. Funny that they mentioned it like that. Valentione or Valention. Either way, we're flying. Gridania. And I think it would be fitting that we come in as a scholar for this one. Pardon the noise. I have like bottles of water beside me. Is it here? Let's go there. Warp to as you notice, everybody is in a very festive mood today. No, that's different. That's a different quest. Here we go. For this year's Valentine's Day, we have roses, roses, and more roses. Please enjoy the festivities to the fullest, and preferably with your special someone. Is anyone watching right now, whether you're watching the VOD or you're watching this live? That's a good question. Do you have a special someone with you? If not, don't worry. We will work together on that. I'll keep you company. Don't worry. I promise you... Oh, this is an interesting one. I promise you a rose garden. Ashky has a need of an adventurer to resolve a quandary in love. Okay, this is a limited time quest because this one has a reward, and I think the reward here is an emote. Greetings, good sir. I am Astrid de Valentione, or the Astrid de Valention, emissary of ardor and affection. My fellows and I have come to help folks convey their depths to the depths of their hearts to a special someone this Valentine's Day. Begging your pardons, but you are an adventurer of some experience, are you not? If so, I would dearly appreciate your aid. Permit me to explain the situation. For this year's event, we are providing people with bouquets of roses to help them make their feelings known. But as it stands, and as it happens, the botanist who is kindly providing us with the flowers, a man named Lorovic, appears to be having difficulties of his own in love. Okay, let me check this real quick. And also, hey, Soler, welcome to the stream. Okay, you're muted for me. Okay, I see that. Okay. Just let me know when you're on, and we'll be at it. Looking forward to all your adventures, both of you, and to all our viewers. Now, let's continue. Oh no, it started raining. As emissaries, we should like nothing more to assist him, but we're given to understand the situation is complicated. That being the case, might I trouble you to act in my stead? Sure, we'll do it. We are in your debt. Without further ado, please seek out Lorovic and lend an ear to his woes. He is like to be at the Great Loam Growery. Okay, this is going to be something interesting. It's so hilarious that we just got ourselves rain falling on our heads. Unfortunate. Guess we'll have to warp. I think where they want us to go to is this area, Botanist's Guild. Now I'm also thinking if I should get a gatherer job and a crafter job as well. Think about it. It's funny that this is happening while it's raining. Ah, Siligini, my love. Where have you gone to? Forgive me, I didn't notice you. Is there something you require? Before I continue this, give me a moment. I'll be right back. There's something ringing on my phone. And I'm back. Let's continue the story, shall we? Now, is there something we require? Interesting that they asked. Ah, Miss Astrid sent you to assist me, you say. That's very kind of you both. You see, there is someone I desperately wish to find. Who is it? Allow me to begin from the beginning. A few years ago, an Ishgardian botanist arrived here in Gridania. Siligini was her name, and in part due to our shared fondness of roses, we struck up a friendship that blossomed into love. The moments that followed were the most wonderful of my life, filled with unforgettable days. It's just poetic that it's raining. But then one day, she disappeared without a word, leaving behind only the seeds of a rare variety of rose. The flowers being been given out this Valentine's Day are grown from those very seeds. It was my hope upon hope that the word of them would reach her, and she might be compelled to return to me. And as if in an answer to my prayers, who should I spot in the crowd just now but her? She wore the rose earring I gifted her, so there's no mistaking it. Alas, as I made my frantic way towards her, she vanished among the throng. Please, help me look out for her. Help me look for her. I beg you. You can count on me, friend. I'm in your debt. Now, Silgini is an Elysian maiden with silver hair. You will want to keep an eye out for someone of that description who has the earring I mentioned. So, rose earring, a silver-haired Elysian. Okay. If you could search near Miketo's amphitheater, I will do the same in the ebony stalls. Afterwards, let us meet before Ben Yil's fineries. May the spinner lead us to Silgini. So, one of the things I actually enjoyed about 14 is their pantheon. So why the pantheon in this case? Why the pantheon? Why do I like it? The way they approached it, that it's not just a mere it's not a mere derivative of what we got in actual mythology and such, but more of like how they approached it as unique deities. But amusingly enough, they are not exactly treated as the ones that usually intervene, as of how the primals would be. They're kind of treated like guardians and watchers of everything that's happening around. And what they do is basically non-interventional. Okay, let's see here. Definitely not the orchid. Not the hairpin. Earring. There she is. Rose earring. Silver hair. I mean like silver gray hair, like this one. This could be it. Let's try. May I help you? Talk to her about something. He has to go to such lengths to find me. I love him still, I truly do. But I'm too ashamed to meet him. I just wish to see the roses that lovers are giving one another. Please tell Lorovic that he should look for me no more. He should forget me. Hey. You do that. It's sad. Anyway, let's help her. Let's help her. Where is our companion? Ah, there he is. I find it rather amusing that while we're doing this quest, the rain started pouring. That makes this a little more dramatic, don't you think? No? Ah, there you are. I'm afraid to say I had no luck. There, I hope you were able to learn something. Well, I did find her, but she did say not to look for her. What? Forget her? She cannot ask me to do such a thing. Pray excuse my interruption. I am Sir Tituan, Knight of House Hylenot. Do I have the pleasure of addressing the botanist Lorovic? Yes. Roses being distributed during the current festivities. May I ask where you acquired them? Those? Why, I grew them from the seeds given to me by my love, Silgini. So it is indeed the Drayon coin. Rose permitted to be grown only by none save our house. To think that she would bring it to a foreign nation. You know Silgini? She tended House Halenot's rose gardens until a few years ago, when she vanished without a trace. Our house takes the rose for its symbol, and the Drian coin is the foremost of all the species. Silgini had care of them on account of her skills. But when Kurthus froze over in the Calamity's wake, every last plant withered away. It was believed that she fled out of shame. When she entrusted to me the seeds, she made no mention of their importance. Why did she give them to me? This is all such a shock. Indeed. Never did I imagine that a rose would end up not only surviving in a foreign land, but thriving. So the reason you seek Silgini is in order to bring her to account? No. While she has violated our laws, she had saved the Drian coin from extinction. As such, I doubt she would face much of a punishment, if any. Nevertheless, my duty is to ascertain the truth of the matter. In that case, will you not allow me to search with you? Though Silgini bade me not to do so, I could not bear to do nothing. Well, mayhap we have come. Mayhap we can have her come to us instead, by devising a rumor that would draw her attention. Let us try it. As much as it chafes me to deceive her, I'll do what I must to see her again. But the question is what manner of rumor to employ. Have you any thoughts? Let's see now. Okay, the most believable one I think might be the first one, although the second one is, while it seems far out, it's also possible. Maybe a little more dramatic. So, I think being apprehended is more likely, considering how Ishgard is. Well, how about apprehending? Well, see, by suggesting that Lorovik has been apprehended on suspicion of the seed's theft, I dare say Silgini would come rushing to his defense. Yes, that may very well work. As for the location, I believe the Great Room Brewery would be as suitable as place as any. It's settled. Let's split up and recruit some citizens to our cause, and lest we cause undue commotion, be sure to clarify it as by rooms. Understood. We meet again at the Brewery. Okay, it's time to do some asset. Okay, before we continue, let me check the stream real quick. See how it's doing. Still at the red. Let me see if I could fix this a bit. See if this works out. Give me a second. This might be a little better. Let's try it again. Oh, I should do it. Not the green. Okay, folks, I kind of did some tinkering on the stream right now. Let me know if you're able to view this properly. Any issues? Is it still showing up clear, or? Let's try to do some rumor mongering. Start here. What? An Ashgardian knight has taken a botanist prisoner? Remember, it's still a ruse. Oh, it's just a ruse to find his sweetheart. Well then, consider me part of it. When it comes to endeavors in love, we have to help one another. Oh boy. Oh boy, time to spread the rumor. This is gonna be fun. I can feel it. It's gonna be a funny adventure. Now, next one would be right there. Oh, just right there. Interesting. Loravik wishes to be reunited with his love, you say? It would be too tragic if they couldn't be together. Count on us to spread this rumor far and wide. Okay, got some help. That's good. What? We should try and get right next. Just out there. Okay, here's another citizen. So, you want this rumor to reach the woman with a rose ear. Very well, we shall help. The roses brought my love and I together, so this would be a fine chance to give back. I should be glad to tell our customers as well, in the spirit of the occasion. She did happen to win me Loravik's favor and lead me to a better deal with the Guild for the blossoms we use in our popular rose tea. Well, who am I to argue? Ah yes, my Santa. Very business-minded. Yes, that's actually helpful. We shall do that. Also, everybody who's watching right now, please don't forget to hydrate. So there's Loravik and Tituan. Let's continue. Oh, there's the baseline. I'm truly grateful for your help, Sigurd. But I'm beginning to worry that Silgini won't come. She must. Or else I would have suffered through all your lovesick rambling for naught. What? But I was merely expressing the wonders of true love. One day someone doesn't exist in your life. The next, you cannot imagine life without them. Ah, enough of that. Enough. Sir Tituan, please, wait. It was I who made off with the Drancoin seeds, not Loravik. Release him, I beg you. Silgini, at long last I found you. Hear me, my love. Sir Tituan means me no harm, I assure you. Huh? I am sorry to cause you alarm, but I couldn't bear the thought of never seeing you again. And so I spread a false rumor with the help of Sigurd and Sir Tituan. I've heard all about the Drancoin. Will you not tell me why you entrusted me with the seeds and left? Please believe me when I say it was for the sake of Drancoin. The rose wasn't made for the extreme cold that has overtaken Kurthus. Leaving the conditions to be ideal in the Black Shroud, I brought the seeds here, where I met you. Not only did I fail in my duty to my house, I violated its rules as well. I have no right to be happy. That is why I chose to entrust you with the seeds before disappearing. It was an unkind thing I did to you, and I'm truly sorry. When I heard that the roses would be handed out during Valentine's Day, I couldn't help but come on and see for myself. Though I knew I couldn't stay. Ah, Silgini, I think that you carried such a burden. Whatever you may have done, you have every right to be happy. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's so cute. It is thanks to you that Drancoin now adorns the city, bringing happiness to all. You are a brilliant botanist, and the guild would surely welcome you as a member. Will you not do the honor of growing roses beside me, my love? Oh, did he just propose? It's true you violated the rules of House Halenot, yet you did so with some noble intent. Your actions saved our most precious rose from extinction. In recognition of this, I will speak in your defense. And I will make a recommendation to our house that we officially entrust the growing of the Dreon coin to the Botanists Guild. Worthy though I may be, I would gladly grow roses beside you for all of my days. Aww. All's well that ends well. Mayhap, I would like to say a few words to the happy couple. Now that you mentioned it, we should. Sigurd, 31. Silgini and I are reunited, and it is thanks to the two of you. We shall go and share the happy tidings to with Miss Astrid. My task is done, so I shall return to Ishgard with my own happy tidings that the Dreon coin blooms once more. In due course, our house will send a representative to make arrangements regarding the care of the rose. Till next time, my young botanists, I bid you farewell. Will you not come with us to the amphitheater, Sigurd? I'm certain Miss Astrid will wish to see you too. Yes, we should. And off the lovers go. I swear those two. Nice to see that happen. Let's see how the stream looks like. Let me check a monitor real quick. See how it looks. It's funny that I'm currently doing some on the air maintenance work right all of a sudden, technical work. Don't worry, it's just to make sure that you are enjoying the stream. Let's see what it looks like right now. See how it looks like right now. Okay, it looks okay. Give me a second. Let's do some. Alright, looks good so far. Anyway, back to the game. Welcome back, Sigurd. Loravik and Silgini had told me all. On behalf of the emissaries, I thank you for helping them to find one another again. Couldn't have sent a better adventurer to my aid. Welcome. We are in your debt as well, Miss Astrid. I must say, it is truly felicitous that the Dreon coin should reunite the people who grew them. They are a wonderful token of one's love, and should you have a special someone in your heart, Sigurd, I urge you to present them with a bouquet as well. And that's how we get this this particular emote. Quite nice, quite nice. You know, I have a certain someone in mind that I should be showing the bouquet to. But around. Let's see if we have some. So a little bit of something before we continue, just to let you know. The original person that we usually talk to with Valentine's Day is Lisette. Right here. She's originally the person that we consult, since she's the one who's spearheading the event at most. And her story arc, I think from the previous year previous years rather, was to help her actually be happy in matters of love. So we had her reunited with Hortifence and have them basically consummate their love finally, which is why the one who inherited her post or position is now Astrid. That's why Astrid is over here taking care of the whole thing. And depending on your progress in Final Fantasy XIV, you might see some NPCs around the area. Some folks who are actually just going about enjoying the event. Familiar faces, if I may. But since we haven't gone that far, I don't think we'll be able to see that much. So I think I might see this more if I push the story a little further. Like push the MSQ further and we might actually see all of them. That said, let's go back and actually push the story. For real. And for this, I'll be using a different job. We are actually going to come in as we're gonna come in as a different class. It's time to introduce check progress. Let's go with that one. Let's go with Red Mage. The dashing Red Mage. Okay, just for hilarity, let's try to do this. I don't know what we're doing here, but okay, this works. Oh boy. Anyway. Okay, this is interesting. We have let's do let's do the thing first, the MSQ. Oh. Sigurd, it pleases me to see you well. Oh, Tataru! Do excuse me for interrupting, Sigurd, My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, milady. Ever since we defeated Gaius van Baelsar and destroyed his Ultima weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we reformed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interest of certain individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true. And yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me. I did not mean to burden you so. No, it's fine. My urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. I did impose upon you to consult the others. They are like to have their own opinions in the matter. You know, you have a thought there, Minfilia. Might be onto something. Also, might as well grab this while we're at it. I know you do. Now I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there is still work to do. Ultima Weapon's destruction, it would seem, has served to embolden the Beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Almaldra, the Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites. And that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, I turn to see something. Well, basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. These tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the Ultima Weapon's maiden appearance. You will remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs to turn onto us more. The etheric waves that were observed in Mordona do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet, much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you in the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Sigurd? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. With circumstances as they are, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Sigurd. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures have left me powerless, and have left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow Scions. But instead I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. That's alright, friend. Glad to have you back. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever onward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the threats threatening to appear, 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Orianger has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Okay, so this is the part where we start unlocking stuff. And this might also be the beginning of us partying up with other players. So, just gonna give you a heads up there. That's gonna be the situation. So what role am I gonna be using here? We'll find out. Though for the sake of speed, I think I might switch to healer. Just to test myself. Then again, I think I'll stick to any of the DPSs we have. I'll get to you in a short bit. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beast man, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Emulja, who may have summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. Okay, before we continue, let's talk to everyone. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, while the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioner's machinations, nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up the fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall ever return, stronger and bolder both. Let me read the rest of that one. Nor shall we be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity that we are so few, and our fortune so finite. Okay, before we continue the rest, let's talk to before I continue checking with Orianger, let's check with everybody else. None can deny we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at a cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count the times I had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would know. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Damn it, Papa Limo. Really? I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papa Limo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? You know, she has a point there. Would have been great, but if you're in the midst of, like, maintaining neutrality, that's a bribe. That's not a gift. Which is like a moral quandary that everybody faces if you're working in an organization that maintains on ensuring neutrality and exercising authority. Like if you're part of a governing body or something like that, or if you're part of like the ones that exerts the law per se. If you're like the you're like part of the police or part of the medical field, like you're part of a hospital wherein if you're in a hospital, you're supposed to focus on equality for all of the patients, that you're up for focusing on ensuring their care rather than prioritizing some, something like that. Receiving gifts gets to be the hardest part because sometimes you have to discern the meaning behind the gift, and sometimes it may come off the wrong way, as if you're receiving a bribe. So it really requires nuance and delicate approaches in that matter. It's a matter of delicateness, if you will. So discretion is needed. Really proper discretion, not just any discretion. Now let's check with Thancred. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is, what to do with it? You may be interested to know that there is growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigu could be liberated if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Sigurd. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. He has a point. Recall you our meeting with the Admiral, shortly after Lominson sent word of the summoning of Titan? Then mayhap you also recurred my words to our host. I said unto Merlweb that her people had broken their treaty with the Crowbolts, and that the Beastmen have justly responded that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lominsons to distort the facts to fit the narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. She has a point there. Let's check with the others. What do you got? Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Tidings most ominous arrive from Gridania. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the elder spirits witness and returned to tell the tale avow that never before had they seen its like. The god's quiver doth investigate as we speak, and meseems Bolord Lewin would welcome a capable adventurer's helping hand. Pray hie thee to the seat of the first bow, and shine thy light upon the matter. I have a bad feeling about this, but let's go to it. If it bleeds, we can kill it. If it bleeds. Really? Oh, the degree. Oh my god. The degree of the puns here. If it bleeds, we can kill it. If it bleeds. Oh god. Why? Anyway. Confirmation has just arrived from the immortal flames. It is as Uriandre said, I fear. The Amalja have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldessian insisted that I refrain from taking to the field when it comes to primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun for everybody's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that may be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. So punny. I know! And by the way, May, welcome to the stream. Right now, we are on the way of unlocking a bunch of things. We are unlocking trials here and there. And we've just unlocked a few jobs as well. I posted a poll earlier. We might post a poll again later. Just gonna need your thoughts on the matter for every viewer that's on here live. And I'm gonna be also posting the poll again if in case we don't get an answer. So far we have one answer so far. I might repeat the poll again right now. Speaking of which, let's do that. And here it is, once more. So I posted a poll again. Everyone who's watching, you can go ahead and toss in your vote. Round 1 of the vote has already been placed earlier, and I took note of that. So we're doing round 2 just to see if everybody gets to vote on that. If in case you're watching this as a VOD instead of the live stream, we're gonna post this particular poll on the community post. And if you're also on Discord, I might post the thing as well. So just keep an eye out. It will actually help me figure things out. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minthilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you defeated first. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for this mission. Be safe, my friend. So I think for this particular version, we are going to go 8-man instead of 4-man, which makes this an actual trial. Let's speak to young boy Alphino. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Sigurd. Alphino, Sigurd, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, so you shall have it, Minfilia. Once again, Minfilia, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an Aetheryte. Okay, there's the lore reason why we've been having a hard time going back here every now and then. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause. Which is why it and other favors will be denied of us unless we cooperate. So, let me mention why this is a thing. Because if you noticed, when we were doing our main quest, we kept receiving this item called a Vesper Bay ticket. And that is the only way we can actually access Vesper Bay, by consuming this specific item. And if we're using Aetherites warping using teleportation by normal means, if you're selecting any location in Ul'dah, if we're going to Western Thanalan, the only place you can go to is Horizon. It's not letting you go to Vesper Bay. And the only way to go to Vesper Bay is by the ticket. And the reason is now there, as laid in front of us. Story-wise, it's telling us that the only reason why we didn't have that is because Ul'dah doesn't want us to have access to it. And by extension, not just Ul'dah as a whole, it's specifically one faction in Ul'dah. The Monetarists. We'll hear about more of them soon, but That's what we're getting to right now. And yes, correct. You hate going there. I agree. I hate going there too. During the first time I played this. But when I ran the alts with this just for practice, I always made it a mental note now to always use the Vesper Bay ticket. We kept getting the thing in bulk, so it is also a good reason why you keep using it. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? You go by foot. Chocobo! Always go by Chocobo. By the time you access flight, it's already easier. Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. More Dona. We're finally going there. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within the neutral territory. It offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years. But I believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Science of the Seventh Dawn, which moved you to found the Path of the 12, Erdat. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That takes us more than mere comrades in arms. You're as much as your family as. That will be all, Alphino. Understood. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. By that, I think she's referring to the situation with Alice. Now, let's give some context on what's going on. I think this might be missed, or we might actually see this later. But the reason why Minophilia is a little attached to Ul'dah is because she was originally born and raised in Ul'dah. So she's first and foremost on Ul'dan. I think this is also connected to the origins that the storyline that took place back in 1.0, wherein Thancred also was there to save her from getting wrecked by a Gubu, but the one who took the fall was her father. I think we'll see more of that backstory later. And I might be getting ahead of myself, but that's the context that we might be missing here, if in case anyone realized that it flew over their heads or whatnot. So I kind of gave this a good look of what's going on. Alright, let's see here. Striking. Skill speed. Critical hit. Okay, I think I'll take striking here. There we go. Alright, we'll inch a little more on the MSQ because I have a feeling that a certain point in the MSQ will stop because we are going to finish some required things. So right now, let's keep pushing the quest until we reach that roadblock. Here we go. we have? Ooh, we got some cooking items here. And another set of accessories, which we'll come back to later. Leave Ul'dah. Has it truly come to this? Oh, Sigurd, pray attend to Alfino. He's engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alfino waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Okay. Time to turn around and check on the guy. Alright, so while we're still inside here, give me a moment. I'm going to check on a few things. I'll be right back. I'll just mute the microphone. I'll be on and around while we give a look and stare at this young boy. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So, now that we're here, I had to grab a particular snack, some rice cakes in this case. Well, just one piece of the rice cake and some water. I'll be grabbing more water after a bit, so there might be some time that I'm going to be pausing again, but let's continue. Where are we at? Confound it. She knows what must be done, and she still hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamine was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent, and much beloved by the people of Eorzea. Not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel, I think he's referring to Thancred here. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom returned to acknowledge what had happened, that her body was never found, only to serve to encourage speculation. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamin's absence stretched from months to years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamin is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I would have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lanosia at once, but let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegeruju as to the veracity of the rumors. Sure, let's get to it. Even as a swordsman. Alright, now, by the time this MSQ finishes, at least at this particular leg, I will enact the decision. We're gonna finalize the decision actually by the next stream. So, we still have time to vote. This is okay, I think that's a different quest. That's one of the harder quests to pull off. We'll unlock that soon. Let's first go to Limzulaminsa. We're gonna try to do this on both first. Give it a shot, see how it looks. I don't think we've done this in this manner before. Or if we did, I may have forgotten. That's going on. And here we are. Limzulaminsa. Just see if there's like anyone I can talk to that can send us over to a different spot. Not quite. I think this might be for the fishers. Yeah, this is a fisher area. Okay, let's get out. Just the one that takes us to. Oh, okay. That's the one. All right. Going to the fisherman's side. Fisherman's bottom. Taking Costa. This ferry is bound for Costa del Sol. Are you ready? Yes, we are. No teleport crystal to there yet. Actually, there is, but I'm saving Gil. I'm just saving my Gil right now. I don't want to spend it yet. Because the last time I spent Gil, it ended up going to, well, ended up going to some items. Specifically, what I'm wearing right now. Glasses. I'm gonna relax on the beach right now. Now let's just enjoy ourselves. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane! I mean, Sigurd! What brings you to my humble resort? Flamin? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until very recently was the songstress of Ulda? Hey, gods man! If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oi, oi, oi! Watch yourself, Gegeruju. No! Bad boy. Bad potato. Bad potato. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade to the riffraff off to the west or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. A tragedy! West, is it? Thank you, Master Gegeruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses may have some report or some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Wineport. Oh. Good thing there is we can fly. Toss into the sea! Yes, indeed! As you would any other Lalafell. No offense to the Lalafell players there, but that's a running joke. That if there's a Lalafell, sometimes you'd love to do a fastball special on them. Like a certain Grim Reaper who wants to take anyone fun-sized and basically yeet them across the map. A certain Grim Reaper's apprentice would love to do that. Anyways, here we are. Let's ask for info here. Sometimes the beauty of this is the journey, not the destination. Let's go. Ah! We're back, buddy. Well, if it isn't Sigurd, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises. Interfering with tastings, you understand? If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Oh. Good point, good point. I think we should check on that guy too. What about the others? What's their clue? Oh, and I forgot to ask this other question, which I might do so in a bit. Should we unlock gatherers and crafters on this particular character? And have him also start doing the setup where when we start crafting and gathering his equipment, per se. Or should we save that in a different character and do it in a different stream? What do you think? Huh? You want to know if I've seen a Mikoto lass by the name of Flamin? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Doesn't know. Guess that's Shamani then. Shamani it is. Potato boy with the glasses. And there he is, Shamani Lomani. Ah. I see you've had many grand adventures since we last spoke. Old Sigurd. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to this part, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see, If you make haste, you might yet find her there. So we go. Come on, Sir Elk. We ride. We fly. Where is she at? Okay, so across the bridge. Ah, here. Oh, there she is. Oh, let's zap him. Let me set you up, by the way, friend. Attacker mode. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities have aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I... You happen to be Flamin. Flamin? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ulda, I presume? Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Oh, no, she actually... Oh, she had another name. Asilia. You are the very picture of health, milady. Yet, the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me. More than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lanosea aside, when exactly will be the right time? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion I came here to harvest these flowers to use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this discussion in a safer locale? Wineford, per se. And off to Wineport. You could just grab her. I know, but sometimes you have to be a little subtle with certain people, you know? Sometimes grabbing would probably sound like you're kidnapping them. So, in this case, it's a matter of rolling a high persuasion check. Pardon the D&D terms aside. Sometimes you have to really persuade her well. So, Alfino had to play the face during that conversation. And in case someone's wondering, or if any of the viewers wonder what's going on behind the scenes right now, Squishy and Tiny are at it again. Two lovely cats are at it again. I can hear them scratching right now. Most likely one of them is seeking attention. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Agreed. But, it's bound to happen. Considering what we're gonna be meaning real soon, I think I'll need casting. Say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? Now you're asking me to feed them. Okay, I'll see if I can slip away and feed them. Because I gave them food a while ago. I have kept them waiting long enough. Let us be off onto the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. And off they go. Oh! Nice! They brought us back. Might as well go. Antecedent. You have a guest. Lamine. Celia. Ah, the embrace of mother and child. I haven't seen her like this in ages. I haven't seen her like this in years, Sigurd. I never truly believed when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay away, as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could not think of no better way than to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I am so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. The Celestia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was meat anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Sigurd, however. I couldn't have made it without him. Thank you, Sigurd. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. Oh boy! Oh boy! This is tying all up. Mom left to get perfume and never came back for her. It's kind of like Dad went out to buy milk, never came back. I think it's giving that vibes. I get it. I understand. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ulda. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. Okay, so that throws me off because I didn't realize that she was not actually Uldan, but in this case, she might actually be Lumin's. No, she might actually be Alamigan, who was is more of a refugee that migrated to Ulda and then stayed there for the rest of her life. Interesting. That detail missed me. Or maybe I wasn't paying attention that well back then. Now I know. It's a good thing I'm revisiting all of this because I'm starting to see a lot of details that I have missed as a player. So, I'm glad to see this. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. Okay, she's a miner. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. There I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is there something amiss? No, Asila. Nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could have ever hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed and made me so proud that words fail me. Even as I marvel at the woman you've become and all of the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do and of what it may entail. Asila, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ulda. Lamin. You built it once, Asila. You can build it again. And this time, we'll do it together. Truly? Alfino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Alright. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. This is how we changed our base of operations. I think I'll need... So this is going to be a chain of MSQ after MSQ right now. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there's so much to be done in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its most heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources still in short supply, it seems certain that the guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. So whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we might need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alfino, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely with matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alfino, we thought it'd be best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Knowing that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard, we should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it pleases you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Sigurd, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slavborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. So apparently, we are securing the rights to go there. Managerial stuff from the sound of it. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Sigurd. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll in all haste as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far and there is already so much you have done for us and for me. We'll speak again anon. Till then, take care. Oh. At the back. Wonder what he's reading here. Ah, Sigurd. Were you able to get some rest? I would have you to come with me to the Solar. Alfino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. Yep. Let's go. Oh, everyone's here. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange of our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Oh, it evolved from Waking Sands to Rising Stones now, huh? Okay, I like this. I like this. Everyone's in agreement. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I have come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. She's being sassy. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation to this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have pledged each full support. General Ralban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. It's funny that they say that it is the worst kept secret. Everybody knows that they exist. Okay, one moment. Alright, let's go back. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Alright. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people might have the right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one and at once to all. So basically, accountable to everyone and to no one, all at the same time. What of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be greatly indeed. They will be great indeed. There's going to be a lot to do here, huh? A lot to do. Great, I say. Yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them. As we have time and time again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait! That area is said to be rich with minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamin to teach me the basics of mining too. Oh, what is Tataru scheming? Okay, so what does she have in mind? Do you remember how he said... Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphino, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Seeing such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slafburn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care of the road and represent us well, Sigurd. Okay, that I shall. So onward we go to Mordona. So I guess it's time to also show you the mount that we just got. And there it is. It's now capable of flight. what's interesting is that back then, like in the previous patches, you don't get to see any of the flying mounts list to the left or to the right whenever you turn. Usually like straightforward like this. Right now though, whenever you make a hard left or hard right, you notice they now tilt. Back then you only see this. It's like they're just like moving straight forward, especially if you move the camera. Now, you get to see them actually tilt to the left or to the right. Quite interesting. And you also see this more with mounts when you're running underground, running on the earth below. Especially with like motorcycles or with the horses and whatnot, you actually get to see the tilting whenever you're making a turn, which is quite interesting. To the caves. We are on to Thanalan to the north. Oh, and so if in case you're listening to the background music right now when we're riding our mount, you can tell that this is something from Final Fantasy VI. If I use the one on the bike, just the Fenrir bike, what you'll instead hear is something from Final Fantasy VII. And some unique mounts tend to have their own musics, which you will hear next time when we unlock them. And of course, it's a given that you always hear the Chocobo theme on a Chocobo. Alright, let's go down. Enter Cordona. I'm beginning to think that we should actually do Final Fantasy III first before we continue the MSQ, but again, maybe we could run them at the same time, like side by side, if you will. Cordona. There's our boy Slaffborn. I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect to be you. That's been far too long, Sigurd. You have something for me, yes? Yep, I do. Here. Documents. Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You will be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you? Since we don't, though. We'll just give you the work of a dozen men. Oh, of course, I jest. This guy has a sense of humor. Oh boy, this is fun. It's probably a primal. It's funny you say it like that. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha! But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. So, but since you're here, mayhap you would be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may be a bit raucous, maybe a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'd be a good place as many to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Oh, wait. Is that you, Sigurd? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Ah! We were about to get a tour. Is everything quite right, old friend? Yeah, we're called back. I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear there's no time for a leisurely tour. This is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Return anytime after you've seen to your more pressing matters. So, yeah, we'll see him later. I think this is going to be a common theme now. We're about to have a tour, we get interrupted. We're about to do something, we get interrupted. Let's do it. And we're back here again. Let me keep his feeds on. Oh. Oh, here. Tataru. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands when you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the XIV have summoned Garuda again? Or maybe Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it is, I am absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now, go ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Ah, boy. Here we go again. Into the Waking Sands. Here we go. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would be not come to so soon. We have a reason to believe that another primal or an entity resembling one has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Sigurd. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to the ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Moguls guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence has indeed been requested by Commander Hilwa. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Sigurd. Ida and Papalima would rendezvous with you there, and may you walk in the light of the crystal. Just got off a dungeon. That was crazy. Oh, yeah! Hey, so Larry, nice. You are now the bard. So I take it you just freshly got into level 30, or are you still in the middle of leveling up all your skills? Because I have a feeling bard is going to be a little bit crazy with their rotation. It gets really demanding at a certain point. You'll see what I mean when you level up. Level 32. Okay, you're still getting there. The good thing is that whenever you're doing a job quest, it's slowly introducing the mechanics to you. So just keep doing that. As for me, we are pushing the main story quest, but also we might be unlocking a few other things as well. So while I'm checking on this, let me go look at the vote. Oh, we're at a 50-50 run right now. Some saying to keep the eggies, and then some others to say change them to the carbuncles. Okay. I won't stop the vote yet. We are going to find out what's the winning vote later. Okay, so you just finished the Archer Guild one. I think what you want to do is to get the Bard part, which will take you, I believe, down the South Shroud. Carbs. The beauty about carbs. Gives you energy when you're hungry. Too much of it though, and it's gonna be fat after that. Fitness joke, right there. But I think we'll answer that that poll right before we end the stream, because we're actually going to see this happen. Oh yeah, we have a thing here too. So let's go check on that. Okay, where was that thing again? Hold on. Ah, there. So they're telling us to go here. Oh, and speaking of which, let's go check our officer. Oh, this is different. This is not the officer we're looking for. We're supposed to go to the other one. Sigurd, we thank you for coming. The Flame General will be heartened to hear that you have answered the call. As you have already relayed to the Waking Sands, Ifrit is returned. For the sake of the peace in the region, we humbly request that you vanquish him. Primal is to be found in his domain, the Bowl of Embers. To get there, you must use the Beastman Aetherite found within the depths of Zaharak, the Amalja stronghold. The Amalja have constructed their own Aethernet from salvaged Aetherite shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without problems. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions, but the present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with any few within 7 of your stoutest comrades would be ill-advised. That is all the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hands. I pray for your victory and safe return. Okay, that's different. We're gonna check that later on, but that's gonna be another source of XP. It's going to introduce us another feature called the Allied Societies. Also, there's going to be another quest that we have to bookmark. This one right here. We are going to come back to this once we've completed the main story quest. Because that is one of the best quests that is awaiting us at that point. We're going to be unlocking a bunch of stuff once we finish the MSQ before we hop onto the expansion. So lots of things to look forward to. fly. Let's unlock the thing. And then we go to the adder's nest. We're also going to unlock another thing. Over there. Okay, so this is the one with Little El Amigo. That's the one we need. Down to Zaharak. Well, speaking of which, I was working on preparing some assets for the FF14 TTRPG. I was reading through it, and apparently there are some parts where you're going to face a bunch of stuff from Ul'dah. I think it included some Amalja into some fights. Okay, so we're getting past that boss fight right there. Or Notorious Monster as they call it. Okay, this is the one we're looking for. This Aetheryte right here. Oh. There it is. Now we have the Bowl of Embers hard mode. We first go to should we warp? Maybe we should. Okay. Next we go to the Archers Guild because the other one is over here. After this, we're going to do MSQ. If you want to be an archer, start here. Seat of the first bow. Chronosecht. I've heard much of your deeds in recent days. Come to lend your strength to the primal investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. Okay, this opens up another thread. Bolord Lewin would like you to ascertain the veracity of the ominous rumors circulating about Gridania as of late. I shall proceed directly to the matter at hand, though still unsubstantiated. Ill rumors still stir across the townspeople of late. Rumors of a shadow-clad knight who rides in the shroud. Under normal circumstances, I would pray such idle ghost stories little heed. This time, however, we have reason to suspect. But we have naught to gain by rushing into judgment. I would have you go to the streets, Chronosecht, speak with the people, and hear their words with your own ears. I think this might be something that Solaire is looking forward to. So, if you're on the stream right now, buddy, keep an eye out. I think this is the one that you're looking for. If my suspicions are correct, this might be the one that you're looking for here. Let's ask this guy. Ghost Knight. Hi, I saw him. Clad from head to toe in armor that seemed forged from shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hellsborn steed. Mark my words, the trees themselves were quivering in fear that night. Not slept a wink since I returned. Okay, I have an idea who this is. Who else will we talk to? Here we got two folks here close to the entrance. One of them's going to be inside the... there. This guy. Yeah! Don't sneak up on me like that, friend. Forgive me. Ever since espying a glimpse of that ghastly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. I knew the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come. Okay. Horseman. Shadowy horseman. Okay. Think we're about to get something here. I saw him clear as day. Or clear as night, you might say. With me own two eyes. More fearsome than the rider was his ghastly steed. I know not where you have travelled, but I can assure you have not seen more frightening a beast. One thing I can tell you, friend, this was no spectre or shadow. Nay, he was as solid as you or me. I think I know who this is. So, if you have a guess on who this is, go ahead and toss it in chat or toss it in the comments. Especially if you've gone this far in the chat, in the stream. Yes, I saw the Black Knight, after which I promptly fled for my dear life. Should you end up in my position, you would be wise to do the same. I have my pride, but I'm not fool enough to cast my life away. Besides, one look was enough to know. This is a manifestation of pure evil. Were he to turn that massive sword against Gridania, all of our lances, as one could not hope to stand in his way. That screams primal, alright. Archers Guild, and let's talk to our benefactor. Let's see what it gives. Ooh. Here we are. Here's Lewin. A knight clad in shadow-forged armor, a mammoth sword and hellsbone steed. It is clear now. Our worst forebodings have proven most unfortunately prescient. We know who this is. Ghostly knight atop his baleful steed. It is much as I feared. The rumors bear a most inauspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the dark divinity. It is my suspicion that the dark horseman of rumor is indeed Odin. Furthermore, that this malevolent presence is a primal. And yet before the god's quiver takes action, I would seek the counsel of one versed in the holy writings. Make for Quarrelmeal and seek out brother Oapesi. I would know that he knows, and be swift, Chronosecht. If Odin is truly come to the Shroud, time is not on our side. Okay, they're sending us over to the quarry mill. Might as well do that. Alright, now that we're here in Quarry Mill, where is our boy? Ah, there. There's our lad. I am Oa Bessie, and you must be the adventurer I'm expecting. Ah, yes, Odin, the dark divinity. Lord Lewin is understandably distressed at his arrival. As one who has read the scriptures, however, I am not entirely surprised. Odin, as the ancient writings have it, rode forth into our world, wielding a dark blade capable of cleaving earth and the heavens. By his fell blade did perish earth herself, and countless multitudes of her people. At long last, a great hero of Alag did arise to do battle with the dark god. Odin was slain and his spirit sealed within the forest spring. For years, this was thought to be a wives' tale. A ghost story told by mothers to frighten their young ones into obedience. But recent archaeological studies at Alagan ruins have unearthed damning evidence to the contrary, and now, these rumors. The scriptures claim that the dark divinity slumbers in Earth's font, deep in the heart of the shroud, where the power of a crystal confines him. I have ventured into the forest and seen the crystal with my own eyes, but this was many years ago. It is entirely within the realm of possibility that something has gone terribly awry, and the fetters of crystal confine the dark divinity no longer. I would send you to Earth's fount to investigate the matter, but be forewarned. Your path will not be an easy one. Should any evil spirits stand in your way, this water of cleansing should avail you. Okay, let's go there. Why do I pass here? Because we can fly. Because the other way to do this is to, well, run. Not jump. Seal. Oh boy. Do it again. Oh no, you don't. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh boy, he's getting closer. Go. Dispatched. Okay, let's turn off the sound. Go. And here it is, Quarry Mill. The crystal in jail that has held the dark divinity in check. Are you able to ascertain what has become of it? Here? Magical energy still remains in the stone, though its powers have grown dim. What's more, Behold how the stone has been cleaved clear in twain by Odin's fell blade. There can be no doubt. Yes, there can be no doubt that as to the identity of our unwelcomed guest. And yet, it is all the most curious. If the dark divinity rides free, why does he tarry in the shroud? Any road, you are commended for your bravery, adventurer. Simi is preparing a report to this very matter as we speak. I would be most grateful if you could share your findings with her as well. Who are you, by the way? Okay. She's on the top. Wait, she? Yep. She's up top. Ah, so, it is indeed as we feared. The seal of Earth's fount has been broken, and the dark divinity rides again. I must draft a report immediately. There we go. Which one to pick, though? Yeah, it's a long quest line, this particular thing. This bit about Odin. Your assistance with the investigation has proven invaluable, adventurer. You have our thanks. With your aid, I have finally managed to complete my report, a thorough survey of all eyewitness reports, along with the most credible theories regarding the Dark Divinity's presence in the Shroud. I intend to deliver copies of the report to Brother Oapesi and O Lord Lu and myself. Scions too will no doubt be eager to learn of our findings. I would be most appreciative if you could deliver a copy to Urianger in my stead. The duties demand that I remain composed, but in all truth, I fear for the fate of our people. Should the time come that the Dark Divinity draws its blade against Gridania, promise me that we can count on your aid. Okay, this is automatically going to Urianger, but before we do that, we meet up with Forsail Hulwa. Who is right over there. Ah, there he is. A pleasure to see you as always, Sigurd. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Explain what? Also, I think we have a weapon waiting for us. Hey, we have a buffalo. What weapon this is? Oh, snap. Not for us. For you. Cavani. Back to Singapore. Not long ago, the Mughal Kublai visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seed Seer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Mughals. Rest you should hear from Kuplakop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seed Seer at the Lotus Stand. Okay. This is gonna get quirky. I can feel it. Area in question is over here. That's the area. Go. Other signs have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Yes, please. Well, let's go. Oh, Mogul. Please, you have to stop them. But you must not kill them. They're not bad, Moguls, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplakop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Sigurd. On such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know whether we summoned you, wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplakop has brought us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mugulmog the 12th has returned from Eorzea. Returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mugulmog the 12th So, let me go back again. Kupo, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mugulmog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be so praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And this is why we Mughals came to this land, Kupo. All of us, except good King Mugulmog the 12th, his courageous sacrifice never be broken, never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mughalkind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. Okay, excuse me for a moment. Let me just grab something first because my throat is drying up. Alright, we're back. Okay, here we go. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mughal XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is, why would they even try? With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought unto the brink of destruction only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you, who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtlessly seem a welcome respite. But to those who have not the power to defend themselves, those who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughals' guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring and that things may not end well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones in their homes come what may. I assure you, the Mughals' guard not only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mughal XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact. Back for a bit. You're still... Yep, I'm still doing a lot of the Realm Reborn quests here. And this is actually part of the MSQ, by the way, the one I'm doing right now. But I was also unlocking a few other things in the background because there's a lot of optional content, like additional dungeons and additional trials that I have to unlock. Although some of them are going to be available with Judy support, especially the ones for the MSQ. The others are basically going to require other players. Yes, this Mughal is part of the intro of the game. But this is part of the patch quests, per se. You're gonna eventually come to this organically, so you'll be fine. Although I think they kind of fixed up the fight itself. All right. Yeah, okay, this bit about mentioning this Mughal king right here is making me tongue twist. Oh boy. I have a feeling we're going to be in for a crazy ride here. Anyway. They verged on going a lot here. Like the self-summoned Ramu, you mean? Cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Sigurd, confront good King Mughal Mog the 12th and drive him from our midst. Okay, here's a question. Should we come in as a DPS or as a tank? No. As a healer, rather, since I don't have a tank yet. Humbly do I thank you. The sanctuary of the Mughals guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Esumiyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtlessly be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. So, DPS. Which one though? Summoner, Samurai, or Red Mage? Whack-a-mole, huh? So I think that might be a vote for Samurai from the sound of that. You know what? Let's do that. Why not? Question about the Samurai look though. Remove the helmet or keep the helmet? What do you think? Like, should we remove the headgear and the eyewear or keep it like that? I was thinking of either using this one or just use the other set of glasses. So remove the... So what do we replace it with? Better yet, equip. Then so like this then. Just keep the glasses. Alright, so let's go to Esumiyan then and check him out. What's going on? Okay, leave the glasses as is then. So, rimless glasses or the shades that we were wearing earlier? Which one's better? Oops. Okay, here we are. And there's Esumiyan. So, if in case you want to become a healer and you start off as a conjurer, this is going to be your leader in this one. Welcome, Sigurd. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mogulmog the 12th is of great comfort to me and to the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will be about a change in them. Thus, does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Okay. Casting here. Oh, we have another quest here. I'm gonna unlock that later. You have selected Regicide. What is with the titles of these quests? Ah! The wards barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the selfsame method employed 5 years ago when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians, who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplakop confided in me that he has been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughal guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have not been able to do so and dare not labor any longer for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplakop's keystones, Sigurd. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. And my cat is now asking for attention. Oh. I hope someone's taking care of him. Can be quite chatty at times, though. He's a kindly one. Quite chatty, but quite kindly, if I do say so myself. Where the hell is Kuplakop? Where is Kuplakop? That side. Okay. Warping. Looks like we're gonna be employing the use of our sword today. We have no choice. So, how did you do it, Kupo? Oh, I told you about that. Well, if there's truly no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Guess we will. Off to East Shroud, folks. Oh, there you are. Don't you dare to lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. Offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Hure? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs. You're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitors to the skin Mughals. He plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplakop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as all will those who defy the will of good King Mogulmog XII. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. Why does this particular line remind me of something else? Long may he reign. The king is planning to purge the 12-swood of his enemies, Kupo. We gotta stop him before it's too late. Okay, let's do this. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Muggles guard had set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you need to protect me. Oh, escort mission. Escort Kuplakop to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move away, he will return to Sweet Bloom Pier, where you may rendezvous with him before trial. Oh crap, here we go again. One of those missions. It's an escort mission. Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Oh no, you don't. Down. Okay, let's keep going. Through here, I guess, will be the faster way. Oh crap. Squirrels now? That's not good. And bam. Squirrels are down. Oh, there's more of them. Right. Down. How many more are there? Oh, this one. Okay, we'll end you fast. There you go. So as you notice, the technique in using the samurai might be more akin to a caster than a melee fighter. Because of the way the iaijutsu works. It's basically a casting ability. Which is interesting, by the way. Oh boy, there's... Oh crap, there's more of them? Oh, this is worse. Why did it have to be this? Oh well, it'll die. Just die. Okay, it's dead. That should end it, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh no. We're here. We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts. Do you? You don't. Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hands and focus, just like when you attune to an aetherite, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. Okay, here we go. We are fighting a Mughal. And if my guesses are correct, we are gonna wait. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now, go and teach those foolish Mughals a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Yep, that's a trial. Okay. So here's the thing. This is, I think, the time when we are introduced to item levels. We have to watch out for the item levels that we equip because this will dictate how well we're gonna fight. And some of them are also gated by item level, so watch out for your gear every now and then. Let's see if we can pull it off. Thus, the wait begins. So the thing about 8-man trials is that you'll have to queue up and wait. DPS characters would have a harder time, amusingly, to get into such raids. You compare them to a tank or the healer. In such cases, I was thinking of going in as a healer, but then again, I think we should try out going in as a DPS for this one. Just for the sake of it, we're gonna come in as a samurai. See how well we can take on the boss. While we're doing this, we can do other things as well in the background. Question is what? Now, tricky part here is it's already nighttime and we won't be able to just right away. So we'd have to do this the old-fashioned way. the best thing we could do here is like reserve this as an instance for us to have a stream go separately. So we can actually set up a stream wherein our only focus is just to take on a trial and finish it because of the wait times. I think that's going to be something we'll have to put into mind once when I'm streaming this game. The wait times on some of the fights are going to be like this. It's going to take longer. We might have to do something else in the sides. Which is also the reason why I came to the thought of like leveling other jobs that don't need combat. Right now what we're doing here is we're taking the chance to basically beat up some monsters to somehow give us a chance to level up our chocobo. Later on, our chocobo can be pretty strong. Take on other ones. And we still got nothing. Speaking of which, let's check our companion. Still a lot more. Think of it. Okay, I think I'm seeing some takers also for this particular trial. Okay, I see 2 more people. There are now 3 of us queuing in. So our odds are going to be better. Okay. Trial, we can test our skills on. Ah, there it is. Let's go. Here it is. Here it is. We are going in. And our first 8-man battle. This is our first 8-man trial. It's now happening right now. Going to Southern Hills already. Meddling adventurers, I wager. Mogul's Guard to arms! Defend the king! now we've just formed a party, and let's fix that real quick. Oh, someone left. Sad. Let's get to it then. Okay. Ooh, that's a fast one. Uh-oh. Gotta be careful. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, yeah. There we go. Something about this one. Okay, good. Okay, we got him. But I don't think that ends here. Or does it? Someone's dancing. Yield to the kupo. Ah, yaba. Here he comes. Ooh, that hurts. Okay. Now the thing about a melee character is you have to use positionals to make this work. That's how their damage actually that's how you maximize the damage. Couldn't go to that. Couldn't do the rear. Oh no! Stack marker. Ooh, that hurts. It's even worse. Timed that well. You timed that well. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's a good spot. Para Zen. Oh, he's doing the thing again. Oh no. Oh no. Run. Okay, you gotta dash in that one. Oh, bloody hell. Doing all those things. Oh, that's a tank buster. That hurts. No! Tank down. That's not good. One tank down. This is a riot. There's calling more? It's getting worse. Oh no, you don't. Ooh! We got it! And they've been liberated, thankfully. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And commendation. First time we actually get it. So the purpose of commendation is to basically tell everyone that they've done a good job. And I'm giving that to the healer. Because we've been solo healing this fight. It's nice. And we just got a we just got an item. A Mughal item. Whew. That ended well, surprisingly. You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Mughal Mog XII, may his soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Mughals' guard when you did, Kupo. Thank you, Sigurd. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rayo at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Alright, we've gotten a little sunny today, and I think that's a good thing. Camp Tranquil. That's in South Shroud. I called it. So now we have taken care of the Mughal. Let's have to take care of other things. Oh, that's different. One we need to talk to is over here. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mughal Mog XII, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Mughal kind owes a debt to you, Kupo. And I sense Rayo wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Okay, little one, what do you have? Oh, and don't be deceived by her appearance. She's actually older than she looks. Your bravery in service of the to the Twelveswood and her Mughals shall not be forgotten, Sigurd. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Yep, we're going. Or, better yet... Why did we do that? Let's not neglect the Chocobo Keep. Chocoporter time. Back to Gridania. It's been a while since we haven't done this. A good long while since we've taken the Chocoporter and given ourselves a ride. Now, while we're doing this, and let's chill a bit. There's going to be a lot of things that you can unlock on the side that you might also enjoy them at your own pace. In my case, for this stream, we're going to be focusing on the main story quest at most, but there will be some stuff where we have to unlock or pass our time with in certain cases. Maybe those could be a good subject for a video or so next time. Or probably a good idea for us to take on as a different stream. Instead, just focusing on, finishing side quests, the gold quests in this case. Just clearing them out before we finish the expansion or finish the main game and move on to the next expansion. I think we could do that. Though some of these are going to be a little more demanding, considering that A Realm Reborn has a lot of content going on. So it's a lot to consider. But then again, we are trying to get to the main job that I wanted to pick for this character. Because in the original plan that I was thinking of for this, I was not supposed to go for Summoner, but we had to start a Summoner because that's the only available job to pick among the others that are available at the start. The job that we were hoping to get is actually in an expansion, which we have to get right after this section of the game. And I'm talking about Heavensward. And the area where we're supposed to go to is actually at the very main hub town of that game, of that particular expansion, which is currently in Kurthus. However, the gate to it is blocked off. Don't worry, we're going to get there soon. I think we'll be introduced to that area real soon. I can feel it. In fact, one character from the event that we did just a while ago is from Ishgard. So, we might see more of them soon. Anyway, here we go. Gridania. Off to the lotus stand. Take this Aetheryte and hop onto the Jewelers Guild. And then we go from there. Right, here we are. Let me check the duration of our stream today. I think this would be a good place to stop once we finish this bit. Get back to the Waking Sands as well. I think we can stop there. Sigurd, you will return to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus have I two reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you'd like to be so kind, so oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarsh. Thus we tell her what happened. And it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals do not worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that though a combination of power contained in crystals, the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that is by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means Ascians. The whole business reeks of their handiwork. Gopopo! They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Britannia has no shortage of masked men. I never thought to question. Found it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a solitary one. My heartfelt thanks, Sigurd. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you wish to speak has ever now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to the Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seed Seer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that transpired. Yep, we're going back. We're using the ticket. And warp we shall. Here it is, the Waking Sands. We should also give a heads up to Urianger while we're here. Sigurd, I am most heartened by thy safe return. Wert thou able to cast light on the shadows that haunted the shroud? So, it is true. Having awakened from nigh eternal slumber, the dark divinity now rides free in the shroud. Whilst you were afield, I immersed myself in the scriptures. The more I scoured the words, the more I did realize that the writings draw heavily upon Allagan historical chronicles. History is quite a fascinating beast, is it not? One nation's glory is another's suffering. One nation's great hero, another's most abhorrent villain. I mean not to speak in platitudes, only to say that there is never but a single side to any story, even a story that is presented as historical fact. To what end did the great hero of Allag seal Odin in a jail of crystal? What impels the dark divinity to ride once again? Cast thine light on the shadows of history, friend, that we might be delivered from the darkness. Your part, I think, is... Okay, we have to finish that bit first. Alright. This is a step-by-step process. Let's first go to Minfilia, and then we might queue for that last one before the stream ends. Or maybe not. We'll see. I think we'll save that for another time. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Sigurd. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you have felled good King Mogul Mog the 12th, but I have had hoped to hear your version of the tale. Oh, so it is as they said. Summoned with the same methods used by the Beast Tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seed Seer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Sigurd. Alright. The time has come at last to leave Vesper Bay, and Minfilia will apprise you of the final details of the move. Alright, let's figure that out. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant Soul in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is my intention to conduct future operations openly, but onto this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Sigurd. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, as the premises will be given into the care of Oriange. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments of our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Oriange shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Oriange, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. And to that, we check. Let's see what he wants us to do this time. Maybe later. Yeah, I think we should. A lot of cash we're sitting on. Some dice too. Equipment, let's start preparing them. Thou art ever welcome, Sigurd, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern of my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeak a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down his past. Full many a prisoner, a proud pioneer, hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find that there the banner of his ancestor faded by the aeons, and still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Gotta love Oriange's style of dialogue. Be not offended, Sigurd. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast ever been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history, that the same could be said of what the? Whence came that cry? The solar, sulphur fen, the antecedent. Something's off. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hurry up. Who the... Sigurd, you must... Oof. Echo. Tell me, Louisois, would you have done the same? Louisois Leveilleux was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Oh, wait a second. A white Asian? An Asian? Here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not charge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You spoke of La Habrea. La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he still... I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. What are... We're ready when you are, milady, if there's nothing else. Is there something the matter? I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, milady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. Oh, wait a second. She cannot see. Hataru can see him. Can't see him. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but the chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong about great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Oof. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the order, I wonder? Damn, this guy. I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Riange, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Asian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Asian, my lady? Was that what gave you such cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands, yet Asians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why one won't be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Sigurd. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Reaten mitataru. And we're off to find the dude. Here we go. All right. Go. Oh, there he is. I am told you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Okay, if that's how you want it. And there it is. Oh, you are being judged. No, the imps are not British. They're brutish. Remember, brutish, not British. That's different. Okay, there's another. Oh, they got it. I guess there's gonna be more. Let me just get rid of it first. Ah, there they are. There it is. And that keeps going. Yeah, we're being waylaid, alright. Oh, crud. There's more of you. That's quick. Oh, there's more of you. A lot of you. Whew. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me such indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still. That much is plain. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it is, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Yep, I think that is the first time we met him. First time we met Elidibus. Only Asian dressed in white. And I am also feeling the exhaustion. I think it's about time we end the stream after this. So let's go back to the Waking Sands and conclude our business there and then figure out what's going to be our next course of action for the next stream. So as I mentioned last time, I am looking into the possibility of streaming also tomorrow, same time. Though I'm also wondering if I should start earlier. We'll see how that works. Just watch out for any of the waiting rooms that I'll be posting later, if in case there's going to be one. Or, if not, watch out for the community post. Anyway, let's conclude this quest. Thank gods you returned, Sigurd. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again. When does he speak? And of what, exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much far, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Rabrea. I have hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to contend with a wealth of additional questions. Well, that's a lot to take in. And I guess we can stop here for now. So, the results of the poll tonight is conclusive. We are changing them to carbies, so we shall now do this today. I have my full focus. Glad to have you back. Although a lot has happened today, and just to quiz you in, we have a lot of things that took place in the MSQ. So right now we're going to do the switching. We're going to show you the passage of changing our eggies. So here we go. Okay, give me a moment, folks. Okay, let me see if this is correct. Okay. Next is... So I'm typing in a series of commands right now to change up everything. There. See if this also works out. Give me a second. And there. So it's not noticeable for our summoner right now, right here, but this will be far more visible once we switch to see if I can change. Okay, go. See if this is visible. Way more visible with, see? We're not using a fairy anymore. We're using a carbuncle. So it's far more visible here. What data center I'm on? I'm actually in the Crystal Data Center, and I'm in Brynhilder. Apparently I heard that Crystal is a little bit more chill as well. So, would you like me to take on a trial right now and see how that ends? We're gonna do it as a healer this time. I think we should do Bowl of Embers, just to end the night. If in case anyone's gonna bite. As you can see, we have a really snazzy looking book this now. Really snazzy book. It should take a while. But I guess it's because of the time right now. I think we could save this for tomorrow, I guess. Let's withdraw. So, announcement time before we end the stream. Tonight, we're going to be ending this portion with the change of eggies, which we already did. We're going to be unlocking more material tomorrow, which is going to be our next stream. Tomorrow, I'm going to set up the waiting room after this stream, so we know what to look forward to. It's going to be the same time. It's going to be the same channel, of course, and expect that we might have it a little bit shorter, considering that it's going to be a work day soon after, to grant me more sleep. I'll see if we could run that stream soon after. Anyway, that sounds good. That's about it for tonight. We have, I think, done a good bit. I think that's about how do we say this? A really productive 3 hours, and I do hope I'm looking forward to running into you though in game for some of you who's playing as well. If in case you're in the Crystal Data Center, I do hope I get to find you. If you do find me, let me know it's you. Let me know you're watching the stream. That's how I'll know that it's you. For anyone who's watching, that includes you, Solaire. So give me a heads up if it's you. So I would actually add you on the friend list, and probably we might be able to make our own free company and such. There will only be one Hank Hill. I'll take note of that. I'll keep an eye on that one. And if in case you're gonna try to do I might have to do this also at some point. A data center, not exactly a data center hop, but a world hop. I'm gonna visit a world and such. I'm thinking of doing that at some point, so we can catch some of you and then add you into the friend list. So that'd be awesome. And glad to see you all here. Thanks for joining me right now. I think some of you might be lurking a while ago, but glad of you to show up right now. So Zach, that includes you. Hello, welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining me. Might be lurking the whole time, but if in case you haven't and you've missed the rest of the stream, don't worry. We're gonna have this VOD on, and then you're gonna catch me also the next day, which is tomorrow. We're gonna try to stream, albeit a little bit shorter, but you know how it is. We're trying to get ourselves back on track. So anyways, that is tonight. This is gonna be our progress for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. I'd have to change the thumbnail soon, but do expect the thumbnail change next stream or next week. We'll see. Maybe a little too late. Yeah, true. But don't worry, there is always another time. So, if in case you missed a bunch of stuff, don't forget to watch the VOD, and so you can start from the beginning. But at least you might be able to join me live on the next stream, which is tomorrow. Same time, which is at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. For some of you, you might do some calculations to really figure out what that time actually is. And for other future plans, let me just mention this real quick. I'm currently working on a certain project, but it's not exactly up and ready yet. I still have to actually find a proper schedule for it and the go signal of everybody else involved. So we'll find out what that is, but I'll share bits and pieces of that, and also if in case I'm also ready on my side of the front. Well, that's all from my side here. This is Sigurd Chronosecht, the Clockwork Wizard. Do check out me and my friends in CANVO. That would be Alcatrades and also Keck too. In case you can get to check their streams, don't forget to check their channel. There are streams coming up for them real soon. That's all for me today. Good night, good day, and I'll see you next time. And may you walk in the light of the crystal. Have a wonderful day. Adieu, my friends.